Yeah, when it comes to digital leadership, it can get complex fairly quickly. But first, the reason I went down the path of digital leadership is because I'm out speaking on stage, and some of the three greatest books everyone was using for business. So these were the kind of the business Bibles, if you will. It was Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It was Jim Collins' Good to Great, and it's Malcolm Gladwell's A Tipping Point. So great books. Great people. I've met these folks behind stage and their amazing work. There's a reason we use them. But then I kind of paused and started thinking, gosh, all these books were written before the iPhone existed, before YouTube, before Facebook, before Instagram, before TikTok. I go, things have changed. Like this, we're living in this hyper-connected world, and so our skill set for digital leadership, that's what I called it, was just digital leadership, needed to change. And when I looked at it, the beautiful thing was it was a tiny step, but it was a significant one for all of our leaders out there and all those leaders that were coming up to understand that it's a tiny step, but it's a huge leap when you think about it, to take that step into digital leadership. And the beautiful thing is that digital leaders are made, they aren't born. But at its essence, if I were to define digital leadership in a word, it's empathy. Can I empathize with you? Can I understand, put myself in your shoes if you're my teammate, if you're my partner, if you're my employee, if you're my family member, if you're my friend? And there's a great story about empathy. This is what it looks like. When you think about what does empathy look like, is there was a guy that wrote in to the CEO of an automotive company and said, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I've got your new car and I've always bought your brand and I love it, but for whatever reason, you're going to sound, I know this sounds so weird, but whenever I go with my kids to get ice cream, that as long as I get vanilla, I come back and the car starts fine. But if I get any other flavor and I come back to my car, the car just won't start. And I know this sounds crazy, but I keep testing it and it holds true. Vanilla, we're good. Anything else, it's a problem. And so instead of throwing that paper away or throwing that email and deleting it thinking this guy's crazy, the head of the company decided to send one of his best engineers down and goes, I want you to shadow this person. And so he gets down there. And sure enough, he rides into the ice cream store, and it holds true. If the guy buys vanilla ice cream, the car starts no problem. If he buys any other flavor of ice cream, the car won't start. So the engineer, being an engineer, starts taking down all these tallies of what's different, time of day, temperature. And he finally figures out that the location of the vanilla ice cream is different than everywhere else. So vanilla is the most popular flavor, and so they have it at the front of the store. Other are at the back. So all the other flavors are at the back. So this guy has to walk, and just that little bit of extra time was causing the engine to cool and was causing vapor lock. And so they finally figured out that was the issue, that a certain amount of time it's caused vapor lock with the engine. And so this engineer helped solve that riddle all through vanilla ice cream because that leader had that empathy. And that's what digital leadership is all about.